Thank you. In this pressurized world of ours, anything that can reduce our tensions is important. And many of the things that can help us to live successfully under pressure are really very simple to learn and to apply. There are many techniques that can simplify the ordinary problems of life. I'd like to tell you about a technique used by a man I met casually on a railroad train. He was a distinguished-looking gentleman headed for a business convention in the South. He settled down in his roomette across from me and began pulling papers from his briefcase. He'd brought his office with him, and he was going right to work. But before starting, he did a strange thing. From his briefcase, he pulled a black card about the size of an envelope. Written on it in large white letters were two words: Plan Backward. The man propped the card with these two words on the table before him and went to work. Well, curiosity got the best of me, and I finally asked him what the card meant. I'll tell you what he said and what it can mean for you in just a moment. I leaned across the aisle and said, "Pardon me, can I ask you a question?" He smiled and said he didn't mind at all. "Well," I said, "I've seen a lot of signs saying plan ahead, but that's the first one I've ever seen that says plan backward." He laughed. "All it is," he explained, "is a reminder to myself that I've got to organize my time. You see," he said, "planning backward contains the idea of a specific goal. You choose a goal, picture yourself accomplishing it, then plan backward until you know exactly where and when you must start." What a clever idea that is, really. Plan backward. I've tried it, and it works. Suppose you have just a simple problem like arriving to work on time. You know, beginning a day with a silly worry like that can change the complexion of a whole day. Well, you know you have to catch an 8:30 train to get to work at 9 o'clock. And that means starting to walk to the train at 10 after 8. Eat breakfast at 7:45 and get up at 7. Just plan back to where you have to start, and it all works out. Now, that's a very simple application, but just think what it can do to more major problems. I believe every program has an ideal time value. To allow less time produces tension. To allow more time produces waste. Try to discover the time value for the tasks that make up your day. If you know your goals, you can cut down the tensions in reaching them. If you learn the lesson that man on the railway train taught me, plan backward.